One of the things that I found when I got into traditional Zen was that there seemed to be a lot of ideas about how it should be done. Like you should do this, you should count your breaths, you should follow your breaths, you should work on a koan, you should do shikantaza, you should do this. A lot of shoulds and shouldn'ts. And the whole thing for me came out of an experience of dropping all shoulds and shouldn'ts, all ideas and notions, and experience the wholeness. So then this seemed so kind of confining and restrictive. There was a lot of rebelliousness in me coming up because it seemed like I got into traditional Zen and they put me in a box. And you know, it took me 50 years to get out of that box. To the month. I felt like a year ago, March, I felt like I was let out of the box, let out of prison, that I'd been in a 50-year term, which I later found out is called a life term. Life term is 50 years. I didn't know that. One serves a life term. That's why they have life term after life term, because each time is 50 years, right? A life term is not life. It could be for a young person, it may still be alive, right? So a life term is 50 years. And I felt like I had served a life term to a traditional form, which felt, in my opinion, very restrictive. But how do you transmit something that you find also confines you? And then I realized you have to make peace that we need a container. But the container needs to kind of be open-ended. It has to be more like a conduit or a canal that allows it to flow rather than a box that limits it. So we're looking for a vessel or a vehicle more like a stream or a riverbed or a garden hose, right? The form, the yang, to let the flow, the yin, flow through it. A box is not the best container. And when we use the word, we need a container, it sounds to me like a box. So I don't want a container, I want a conduit, or I want a riverbed. Does that make sense?